Hey guys, Darren here, and today I'm going to be taking apart these axles so we can paint them and A-arms and stuff, and then taking apart all the steering stuff. Let's get started. First we're going to start with the front. I'm going to start with steering. So you can see there's a little nut and a screw. So I'm actually not going to turn the screwdriver, I'm just going to turn the wheel wrench. Actually, I might have to turn the screwdriver. Nope. If you have a stuck screw like this with a nut at the end, it's always easier to turn the nut and it won't strip out your screw. Let's pull that off. I'm actually going to leave this in there. So here's our steering rod. Set that one aside. With that, yeah, I can't get this out. So now let's get this camber arm off. It's kind of hard to do. Oops. There we go. Got our lights back. Back with the screwdriver, not quite loose enough to hand turn. Alright, there we go. Got them out. So let's set it over here with our steering stuff. Now let's get this hub assembly stuff off. One screw right here. Alright. Got that out, and then you should just be able to pull it right off. I do not think I'm going to paint these or replace these. These are pretty good still. So I might, if I get 16 more wheel bearings, if I do decide to get those, then I'll replace them. It's pretty easy to do. I'll show you how you do it. So you just pop your, I guess, wheel nut or whatever off, and then there's a dog bone in here. You pull that out of the shaft, and then you can just And then there's a little washer. And then there's your rod. And then there's your bearings in there. Bushings, actually. See if I can pop one out. No. They're in there. Alright, I got one of them out. All it is just a little metal bushing. Surprised it's not brass. It looks like it's aluminum. Usually they're brass or copper. Because in the ESCs, I know that I think it's brass. We'll washer on. The dog bone in. Oop, don't want to lose that. See that little dog bone? Got it. Then it has a little sleeve. Come on. Now it's on there. Alright, let's move on to the next one. The rear one. I'll do the other ones off screen. So it's basically just the same, but this time this drive shaft piece is it's gonna be wiggling around, and I don't want it while I'm taking this off, so I'm just gonna take the thing off first. See, there's that. The dog bone. Here's the little washer. Here's a bunch of stuff that was wrapped. Dropped it. It's a bunch of stuff that was wrapped up in the drive shaft. There we go. There we go, finally got it all. Alright, let's get back to taking this off. So, just another one of those. This one looks to be a bit thicker. That one fell out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put that back on. Put that on, put the washer on, and get the dog bone. Slide it in the little hole there. And get the wheel piece. Snap it together. There is a bit of play in it. It's just the back axles that do that. That's what I don't like about Traxxas. Even on the Bigfoot, the old rustlers, they don't have a lot of movement in it, but the Bigfoot, it wobbles quite a bit. I'm probably gonna switch to ball bearings in this on my Bigfoot, but I think these are just fine for the rustler. So guys, I'm going to end this episode of this build here, and Thank you all for watching. And maybe next episode we'll either paint some of the truck or tackle the transmission.